What are some guy secrets girls don't know about? Remember to like and subscribe. Enjoy the video and holding to King Degenerates SMH. If you want something to happen between us, you got to meet us halfway. If we are not making a move, we are probably doing our best to not f it up. The occasional longer stride to attempt to inconspicuously adjust our balls. If inconspicuously means doing some sort of Russian dance, then you're right. We can't move our penis without closing our butthole. You just made men all over the internet clench their ass. That's power you can't buy. We don't get the hint. Saying I almost broke my neck in the driveway is not the same as asking us to shovel it. In my mind I'm thinking thanks for the heads up, I'll be careful. I'm not staring at you, I'm zoned out thinking about how I'd start a brewery in medieval England whilst my eyes just happen to be facing your direction. That awkward moment when you zone back in and you are staring at someone you don't know that wasn't in front of you a moment ago and they are looking back at you. Sorry, I was wondering if I could conquer 12th century England with a single firearm and zoned out. We provide a valuable toilet cleaning service which is underappreciated by peeing off any stains that might happen to be clinging onto the inside of the bowl. If we have a goofy hobby and you take interest in it, even the slightest, we love it. I'm a big gamer and my wife, who also games, but not the same ones I play, will often watch what I'm doing, ask about the game, and generally take an interest. Her saying "Oh, are you looking forward to Anthem?" is really cool, and I appreciate her interest. It's be so easy for her to pay no attention, and her doing so makes a big difference. When we want to be alone, it's not that we don't want to be around you, it's that we don't want to be around anyone for a bit. We really do think your hair is good. It looked good before and after you got a haircut. It looked good curly and it looked good straight. It looked good when you woke up and when you made it. As long as it's shaped like the hair we gave girls on stick figures when we were 5 years old, we think it looks good. The good old pinch and roll technique. Until you accidentally slip and give yourself the old ball killer technique. We are not talking about cooking, are we? I had a girl tell me that my haircut looked nice. I've kept that same haircut for 4 years since then. Dude, I got a compliment about some shorts I was wearing that I was unsure if they looked good or not. Those are now my favorite shorts. 15 years later I'd really like my husband to stop wearing the first shirt I ever complimented him on. It's too small and has holes in it, but I can't throw it away and he always finds it. It's not that we can't take hints, we are just afraid of looking too far into something. If someone is flirting with me, I have the dilemma of is she actually into me, or is this just how her personality is? Exactly. 1. Take the hint, and it was what we thought, but flirting successful. 2. Take the hint, and I was wrong. Relation with her ruined. Entire group shames me until the heat death of the universe. If it is hot outside and you see a guy do some wacky dance, they are just unsticking their balls. You fool. You've destroyed us. Not yet. With the rise in dumb 9-year-olds doing Fortnite dances, we might escape with only our virginities. As a favor, I worked on a girl's car one time and got pretty dirty. Afterwards, she asked me if I wanted to come inside and take a shower. I told her no, because I hadn't brought any clean clothes to put on after the shower. She just kinda giggled. Yeah, us guys aren't exactly too bright when it comes to reading between the lines. Our balls are slightly uncomfortable 30% of the time. Not when you're sitting in a chair leaning slightly back and your legs are open at approximately 35 to 40 degrees. Sorts, I'm doing it right now. Our rain isn't bad, it's just sometimes a weird spray. When people come crying to us, our first inclination is to fix the problem. Since this is often not possible, lead with something along the lines of "Can I vent for a minute?" or anything that signals to us this is just a time for active listening rather than a problem solving session. Your chances of getting what you want out of us are infinitely higher if you tell us directly. We are at seeing your signs that you're into us. We are at seeing intentional signs. We are great at seeing dessert-like mirages when in fact you enjoy the video. Shrinkage. I was in the pool, like a frightened turtle. Sometimes we want to not do anything cause a get hard for no reason. Many are hey come, do your chores having to be deflected with yeah in a minute while you wait. Sometimes we use a stream of RP to try and clean poop stains on the bottom of toilet bowls. Chaotic good. No matter how you shake and dance, the last 2 drops go in your pants. Sometimes we masturbate just to pass the time. It is not sexual at all. It is a bit like making a coffee to pass 10 minutes. Only weirdos choose to in the urinal next to you when there are plenty of open urinals along the wall. Also, if we have to use the toilet to we tend to on the side of the bowl to make less noise. Whisper pee shivers. I've never felt so connected to my fellow man than knowing every guy in the world understands these 2 words. The desire to touch the top of the door frame is a primal one. I can't understand it, I just do it. Just because we're in the shower for an abnormally long time doesn't mean we are jerking off. Guys like to have long hot showers too, you know. Yeah, it's freezing outside the shower. Boners don't automatically mean arousal. That will never be said enough. True. Most of the time I'm not even aware of it happening. Until you move slightly and suddenly your gentleman's sausage is in the most uncomfortable position ever. When it somehow touches the zipper on your pants and you instantly contemplate suicide. If you have a son, don't rush into his room and demand that he get up immediately to do chores or some shit. He definitely has morning wood and would appreciate not needing to hide a boner from his mom. Give him like 5 minutes. Cannot stress this enough. Do you know how awkward it is to have your mum wake you up and tell you to get straight out of bed to do something? Let me deal with my pitched tent before I get out of bed, please. If our balls are itchy, we don't actually scratch them. Instead we rely on clever little pinches to the nutsack. In public sure, but when I get home from a long day, I'll stand in the bathroom and rake my junk for like 5 straight minutes. Some days, it's my favorite part of the day. Guys also like to be walked up to and asked out. The witch's kiss, when your touches the toilet bowl while you're taking a dump. Then there's Poseidon's kiss when the splashback touches your ass. Then there is Medusa's stare, when you look in the mirror while rubbing one out. Because looking at yourself makes you rock hard? We desperately want you to toss us things instead of just handing them to us. It's actually not always so easy to get an erection. Sometimes he's tired, or he's nervous or worried, or he's on meds that make it difficult. Antidepressants are notorious for this, or any number of things. The stereotype is that men are always ready to get up and go, but this is far from true. So don't expect it, and don't be offended when his doesn't want to play, even if he does. Sometimes we like to be the little spoon. If the big spoon is smaller than you, it's called a jetpack. I spent an hour or so this morning reading about fighter jets, then dozed off and dreamed that I was a pilot. Then I remembered a cool folder I had once with a T-Rex flying a fighter jet on it. I laughed out loud at that memory, and when my wife asked why, I said not to worry about it. Then I laughed again, because I thought about a T-Rex trying to fit in at flight school. My wife and I are now fighting, because she thinks I'm hiding something. We are really not that mysterious, sometimes we are just laughing at a T-Rex trying to take notes on wind speed and lift. If you want something, just ask us. We are task orientated. Saying, I'm cold, won't always register to us as, I need a blanket, can you get me one? And if you're mad at us for something, just tell us, and we will probably stop doing that thing if it's realistic. Don't just fester in your anger for days and wonder why we don't care. We do, we just have no idea what you want us to do. Just because I got pee on the wall doesn't mean I'm being lazy, it's because it decided to come out a different direction than where the hose was pointed. The good old fork in the road. Adjusting your upwards towards your belly button when having a boner in public in order to hide it. Having a boner doesn't always mean you're turned on, and as it slowly becomes flaccid you worry about it slipping loose and going on display. When you ask what are we thinking about and we say nothing, we really mean it. Never underestimate a guy's ability to not being thinking about stuff at all times. A lot of guys answering right now are on the toilet enjoying some quality time with Reddit. The bathroom is an experience for many men. Compliments will last for weeks, months, even years. Guys are crazy for a simple you're hot, or you're really handsome or something with their personality or looks. I still think about the cute girl at that takeout place telling me I have nice eyes. That was a year ago. No, I'm not lonely. Why do you ask? I've been on the toilet for 30 minutes, but I'm actually pooping. This doesn't happen often, but my wife doesn't believe that one can take that long to poop. Lol. I like hugs. You monster. I bet you like hand holding too. King